McCosker Rocky Speedway, you don't know what a gem you've got in this wonderful facility. And we've got a ripping 40 laps ahead of us here for the 2022 Queensland Super Sedan title. Get those phones on, everybody around the venue. Get the lights on. Let's light this place up. Because these drivers have come from across the country to put on a show for you, the fans, as they start to form up on the main straightaway. And when they come past the bar in the grandstand, I want everybody to make plenty of noise as the 24 best drivers this weekend form up in a four-wide salute to you, the fans. Past the bar in this massive grandstand, Rocky Speedway, out of your seat and on your feet. This is the 2022 Queensland Super Sedan title. And these drivers are set to put on a majestic show as they continue to form up in this parade lap. When they come around again, I want you to wave your phones about and make plenty of noise. These drivers will hear you ahead of this massive 40-lap feature race. They have come here from all across the country to put on a show for the competitors and the officials and crews. Come on, Rocky, make some noise! Because these are the baddest Super Sedan pilots in the country. And they are ready to throw down for 40 laps around McCosker Rocky Speedway. What a sight, Kev.
It is spectacular, and you would have thought they could put it four wide, because any other time we're struggling to see them side by side. A little bit of angle involved most times in most parts of the track, but they are keen, and here they are ready to load up. They'll get in their starting format, and they will be underway very shortly to see us tackle 40 hard laps. Be grateful if we can see them from pillar to post of 40 laps continuous. I reckon we might have a couple of stoppage because the action's going to be that deep.
40 laps. We are stacked, packed and racked. McCosker Rocky Speedway, the Queensland Super Sedan title is green.
Look at the jump from the one machine. Here he goes, but the rest of the field are going to try and stay tight with him. Jordan there in second place, the 11 of G, looking hard and fast as well. The 26 of Black. He is on the hard charge. He wants to get it done early. The 3 of Nolan there having a bit of a difficult time up the fence. He's want to get rid of that one. But look at the front charge already. The Queensland number 1, or the Australian number 1 there, looking to get threatened by way of Jordan already. So Pascoe not clear of the field yet. He wants it to work, but Jordan's got a different story to tell.
Yes, Pascoe leads, but Steve Jordan going right with him at the moment. Back to G in third, Sean Black fourth, Trent Wilson your top 5. There's battles through the racetrack as they're starting to widen out deeper in the field. But look at Steve Jordan turning back the clock and going hammer and tongs with Matt Pascoe.
Oh, look at that. We had one lunge for the attempt. Jordan doesn't want to show his hand too early. They're starting to get into the tail as well. So this is where you got to start counting your numbers. So there we go. Pascoe, Jordan, G, Black, the 44. We'll see Pascoe. Oh no, who's clipped the wall? We've got them spread far and flat at the moment. That's not a pretty sight. Yes, right in there on the entry gate, they've taken a bit of a hard one. We've taken the eyes on the prize because everything was going on right there as it unfolds. But we're going to come to a stop here at the minute and see how we go with our drivers and competitors out there.
Yes, Glenn Knox pulled up there, as well as some damage to the number 95 of Bobby McCosker. Well, southeast corner represented strongly in the front 3 competitors. Then Toowoomba. We go back to Trent Wilson in 5th position, representing North Queensland from Townsville. As the drivers are in formation and we get this feature race back underway as quickly as we can, lights go out. Set to go green next time around, Rocky. And what has Steve Jordan got for Matty Pascoe. He's won the last 5 on the trot, but the Joker would love to snap that streak here. Set to go green here, 36 left to run in the Queensland Super Sedan title.
All right, here we go. Great for the run, straight into the action. The one machine, he didn't seem to buffer him. He wanted to be right there with them all. He wants to take this one to a fair game. But Jordan, he wants to get heavy and on there. He's putting the intention. The G machine's got the black machine all over him in the 26 machine. So we tear away the 1 and 2 at the moment. The 3 and 4 are having their own little miss on, just on the missile side of it. But 1 machine, 10 machine, Jordan, we'll keep an eye on them. The rest of the field are working it out for themselves. Another one of the Pascoe machine that's 18, still heavily involved. With the 3 having a charge here at the moment as well. 27 calls it a night. He's on the infield already. In for a hot shower early, but the 1 machine is lighting it up. He can't see out the back wheel, but Jordan doesn't have the same response for him this time. Maybe he's thinking that later in the laps he might start to push on again.
Yes, certainly pacing himself at the moment, so Pascoe leads. Back to Jordan second, Mitchell G third, Sean Black fourth and Trent Wilson fifth as they're going to range up on traffic very, very quickly here as we start to wind through the laps. Looking back through the field, they're starting to step upstairs and widen out the racing surface. Prims and Northfield battling side by side as Matt Pascoe, the reigning champion, goes around the outside of the first lap car in John Sheehan.
He's making it look good. He's all about business at the moment. The rest of the field want to see where cars will fall after this one. But Jordan losing sight of him at the moment. We thought he had a bit of a hot streak going, but it's G now falling into the clutches. That 3rd position looked like it's in jeopardy at the moment. Black trying to close up a bit of real estate. So the race leaders managed to put 1 between himself, but it wasn't for very long. Jordan around that back marker cleanly at the moment. Now G with Black pressuring him in for that 3rd spot. He's looking for the opportunity.
Yes, keeping our eyes on 3rd and 4th as Mitchell G and Sean Black battle each other there. They get past the lap car. We turn our attention back to your leader because Matt Pascoe on the outside of Rod Edmond, this time through 1 and 2, and he's starting to streak away from the field here. We'll be 14 laps down this time by with 26 to run, and Matt Pascoe ranges up onto the back of his brother Ty.
Well, there we go. The 8 machine is the next one that separates the 1 and 2. There's numbers, but there's also the opportunity, but there's also the risk. So Jordan trying to push the 10 machine as hard as he can. G starting to close up that gap nicely. He's getting pushed along from the 26. Oh, the 15. I'm not sure if there was a contact or it's a mechanical there. He came to a grinding halt. You always look for the wall, marks on the wall, but I didn't see what happened there. The 15 sidelines himself at the minute.
Yes, we'll cross down to our infield crew. Brandon, the 15 car of Northfield just out of noise there.
Yeah, some light. I'm not sure if it happened before or after the contact, but definitely some light contact. Well, I think one of the Pascoe cars further back in the field, and definitely I think it had a suspension collapse or something as the nose cone's digging in on the front side of the Q15. So I'd say a mechanical failure.
Anything for the 7-time Queensland champion, or will we witness history? This weekend here at McCosker Rocky Speedway, we're back on the way, and a ripping start from Matt Pascoe. But Jordan in the 2nd phase of the start started to reel him back in. Jordan downstairs going with Pascoe early as the drivers further back fan out and find their own part on the racetrack. Big mistake for Mitchell G, washed wide, and Sean Black to the inside.
Oh, Black takes the opportunity. Can he get on with it and seal the deal at the moment? 3rd's on the card, but G all over him again. They're not letting him get away with it just yet. He comes for the charge back on the inside, but out in front, he loses a bit of ground on the inside, takes a bit of dirt, but it's okay at the moment. All good for Pascoe, looking good for Jordan. Now we'll see Black. We mentioned him just a minute ago. Can he get on with a bit more rhythm here? He's halfway on the halfway mark, pushing numbers. Can he find a bit of clear track and a bit of speed now that he's moved G out of that 3rd position?
And the Sean Black car, a completely different setup philosophy. The car's driving off the right front corner. The other two cars out the front really using up the right rear, but Sean Black has the car set up for the end of the race, and the track will come to him. It's Pascoe, Jordan, Black, your top three, as the drivers further back in the field start to fight and scramble and work all the way across the racetrack here.
Wilson holding out the next group of drivers at the moment. The Pascal, the 18 machine, starting to kind of chip away there. Bringing it inside the top five would be a very good result for the evening. But the brother-in-arm or the father-in-arms, the one of the Pascal machine, he's dicing with a quick trap behind him. We've got Black making the move on Jordan. I'm not sure he's expecting that. They're going to have to hard charge into this one. Let's get on and let's boogie.
We're halfway down, halfway to go, and I told you the racetrack was coming to Sean Black. Steve Jordan has had something fail, and the number 10 is out of noise in the Queensland Super Sedan title. We will surely go yellow here because the number 10 is rolling around the top of the racetrack. Jordan looks to pull to the infield as Pascoe, the leader, comes up on the back of him, and Steve Jordan is out with a flat right rear.
There we go, hard break. There we go. Jordan not happy with that, but it's a part of the racing. But it opens up the rest of the field. The Pascoe machine, lightning quick. Black starting to make some inroads here. He's got a little bit of time. Can he make this work behind him? It's G all the way for third place, but a group of riders there with Wilson and Pascoe in tow.
As we start to click through the laps, we're 24 down, 16 to run. And the 7-time Queensland champion and 4-time national champion is doing it in a canter at the moment. Black running second, G running third. Completely different mindsets for these drivers at the front of the field as Wilson tries to go past the lap car of John Sheehan and may open himself up to Brad Pascoe further back in a battle for 4th, 5th and 6th.
Righto, the race leader, Ken Skidderwheel, he is going to come into some heavy traffic. This might opportune Black to close a little bit of that race distance at the moment. First and second, about a half a track length away from each other with wheels to turn. There we go with the 11 in third place. The 44 of Wilson still trying to chip away. The 12 making some inroads now, but it's going to be late in the course for him.
There's some ripping battles through the field as Mush and Nicola are side by side, but there you see your leader, Matt Pascoe, working his way through traffic. This battle between David Mush and Mick Nicola is an enthralling one, as that's for the back half of the top 10. That's 7th, 8th and 9th, but your leader is now buried deep in lap traffic. Pascoe right up on the back bumper of his brother, Ty Pascoe, and he's wedging in the race leader without even knowing there'll be 10 to run next time by.
Oh, look at Pascal. He just wants to get through traffic, but there we go. We've got it to a yellow. Oh. There's a big yard sale in the middle. Drivers looking to avoid that. They've come through the infield to make sure they didn't make contact, so we brought it to a stoppage again. The 8 machine of Larson, he's picked up all the water in the world. He just wants to keep circulating. The rest of the field, well, I tell you what, it was starting to shape up nicely. Let's see how many of these guys can rejoin the group.
We've got 12 left to run.
Well, the opportunities come when they do and they're presented. So is it going to be all in for the 26 machine of Black? You're right, if he wants to make a time for him to be on the top step, this is the opportunity. They're going to punch up possibly for the final time. If he's conserved the tyres or he's made his run, he's timed it to perfection, but this time it's not going to be an easy one. They should get some clear traffic for the remaining of these 12 laps, and it should go down to the wire if Black has the pace as the one Pascal machine does at the moment. G not out of the picture. Wilson still tucking in there in 4th, and the fellow Pascal there on the 18, all playing a part of the top 5.
Lights are out. 12 laps left on the counter. Sean Black is sick of finishing second to the man in front who's won the last 5 in a row. Pascoe, Black, and G bring us back underway in the Queensland Super Sedan title, and a good start there for the top 3 competitors. We see Pascoe go back to that middle lane and Sean Black work the bottom. And And we'll watch them go to work here as they fan out further back through the field.
Black looks like he's got some good pace. They jumped out of the gate there, nice and tidy together. But we already see some of the meters starting to separate 1 and 2. They haven't changed the game. Look at Pascal. He has put some hot laps. He is driving his own track around the circuit at the moment. He is very collectible and stays in the game. He knows what he's got to do. He knows how to win races. But Black, he wants to upset the apple cart out in front. He's got a bit more work to do with that 26 machine. Here we go. The rest of the field duking it out. G, Wilson, Pascal, and the 98 with the 3 in the tag.
Yeah, wonderful battle for the miners
Oh,
here.
motor out.
A big engine blow up from Josh McLaren. There's a borrowed engine in that car for Nick O'Keefe's sprint car. And that one has gone pop here as he makes his way to the infield, and we stay green. As Pasco, Black, and G your top 3. But 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th isn't settled yet. There's trophies to 5th place here in the Queensland Super Sedan title. And G is under big pressure from Trent Wilson. Brad Pasco in the final podium spot in 5th. Has Michael Halley on the top side now.
There we go. They're working their way in a position that they want to be, but it's still hard work. Black 2nd and not out to be shading. G in 3rd. Wilson at the moment. The rest of the tidy field behind is starting to battle for that 5th position. They're going to join into a couple of extra cars there because the speed is just improving. Black seems to have tapered off on this one. He hasn't got the energy, whereas the one machine out in front, Pascal, seems to be laying down lap after lap of consistent speed.
Yes, the Queensland champion doing it to perfection at the moment. Goes to the bottom this time in 1 and 2. Black just gets a little unsettled, as does Mitchell G behind him. The car searching and scrambling all over the racetrack for a little bit more purchase. As we knock down another lap, there's 3 left to run.
All right, now we start doing the maths. Who's got it? Who can move? No one, I think. We're looking to be unsettled at the moment. The spot, you're just about ready to put it on the paper. But here we go, 2 laps. Let's see what goes on with the one machine. He has got a whole hand hot. He knows what it's got to do. He has won them before, and he's not going to let it go yet.
Through 3 and 4, he will come past the start-finish line and get the white flag. Pasco in spectacular fashion through turn 2, past the bar, and a big crowd here in the grandstand. 3 and 4 for the final time, and this man continues to set records that nobody will beat. Matt Pasco is your Queensland Super Sedan champion. Once again, Sean Black home in 2nd, Mitchell G home in 3rd, Trent Wilson 4th, and Michael Halley gets the final spot in the top 5 as they all wind down here. Come on, Rockhampton Speedway. He's won 6 on the trot and 8 in total. Matt Pasco is your Queensland Super Sedan champion once again. Absolutely unbelievable. This man continues to set records that will never be beaten. An 8-time Queensland champion with 6 in a row.
He looks to take the checkered flag. The man can wheel a car, no 2 ways about it. We thought we had some contenders there with Jordan and Black. He stepped up to the challenge, but it wasn't to be. So the checkered flag, well deserved from Pascal, the number 1, and the current champion will take it on again. Come on, Rocky, put them together, one in each other. Make them loud as you can. Come on. Pascal, your winner.
And the big grandstand crowd erupts as the Proline North Queensland plasterboards, north to west wheels, number 1 machine, gets it done again. Sean Black, gallant in 2nd for the 4th time in the last 5 years. Drove alongside and gave the thumbs up and said, well done, son. But Pasco, real modified Sedan Cattle Cup on the racetrack and ready to run. Sean Black heads over to shake the hand of Matt Pasco, as does Mitchell G. And plenty of congratulations Our modified sedans starting to form up on the racetrack here. Pascoe to climb from the car. He's just won 6 in a row. An 8-time Queensland champion. How about some noise for Matty Pascoe? That is what I like to hear. And he's done it again in fine style.
So as we get set for our 21-22 Queensland Super Sedan podium, we've got a cracking 40 laps. As the crews and the families can make their way out on the racetrack, we'll get everything sorted out here. So we'll start with position number 5 in our Queensland title, A-Main. Driving the Q96 and in position number 5, it's Michael Halley. Great drive, Michael. 5th place at the Queensland title, nothing to sneeze at.
No, it's an honour to be involved with these other 4 drivers that are the best in the country. I've got to thank my wife, she's not coming, but she supports me a lot. I've got to thank all the crew that came up and hang out with us for the last 3 days. It's just been an honour to come to Rockhampton and throw some mud on people.
Awesome. So your 5th place for your Super Sedan podium, Michael Halley. In 4th place for our podium tonight, driving the Q44, it's Trent Wilson. Trent, congratulations on your 4th place. Car was fast all night and held it together in the final. Come home 4th.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, thank you. Thanks to Rocky. Yeah, unreal crowd. I haven't been here for like 11 years or something. So, yeah, track was tricky, but yeah, it was a pretty cool final. Hopefully, it was a good race to watch. Yeah, and congrats to Matt on yet another win. He's pretty good.
He certainly is. But congratulations to yourself, Trent, on 4th place. Trent Wilson. And getting our podium place tonight, position number 3, driving the Q11, it's Mitchell G. Mitchell, River Drive, mate. 3rd place Queensland title. Awesome work.
Yeah, as I said all night, full credit to all the team and all the sponsors on the car. You know, we got through all the engine issues we had last night, and thank God the track let us have a practice. So we found all those issues last night and not tonight. So yeah, full credit to all the boys and all our sponsors, Brelin Freighters, and everyone who chips in and helps us get by. And yeah, it's pretty cool to have a podium in every Queensland title and every class I've driven in, but I just need to try and win one. So hopefully I've got a couple more years and we get one eventually. So yeah, full respect to Matty. He's so quick. You see him for about 2 laps and he's gone. So had a good battle with Sean there, and I'm pretty sure Trent was coming as well there at the end. So it was a good battle all around, and hope we put a good show on for you fans. And I'm definitely coming back. It's a pretty cool track. So
that's awesome to hear. So your 3rd place tonight, Mitchell G. We move into 2nd spot, and I'm sure he's sick of hearing about it. But the runner-up again, it's Sean Black. Sean, mate, another cracking final. Matty disappeared down the road, but you hung in there and you gave it your best shot.
Yeah, mate. We sort of got we were probably the tightest race car out there tonight, and but that's just the way I like to race my car, and got the bottom rolling pretty good. I just sort of needed to buy me time at the start and wait for Mitch to slip up, and he did, and we sort of had a bit of a rub, but that's all good, and yeah. But yeah, it's another second, which is starting to become a bit monotonous, but yeah, we'll get him one day. His time's going to come up eventually, so.
The best way to look at it. Congratulations on your second place, Sean Black. And our Queensland champion, defending for the 6th time in a row, 8th time in total, it's Matty Pascoe. Matty, mate, you just must get pretty sick of finding space for all this stuff. Another Queensland title on the belt, and River Drive once again.
No worries, thank you. You don't get sick of Queensland titles or any titles. Yeah, it's been a great year this year. I can't thank Colin Kane enough for a last-minute decision to give me the car for the season, because we didn't have ours ready, or we never had one. And then and Ian Botcher for letting us, giving us a motor to sort out so we can run this year. And yeah. And then I got all my sponsors: Proline, Plasterboard Contractors, Lock Your Bins, Kempy Pipes, KRE Race Engines, Fuchs Oils, Moons Earthworks, Century 21, North to West Tyres. There's just so many people on this car that help out, and even if they're in a little bit or a big bit, everything, we appreciate everything they do for us. And then just travelling with all these guys as well, it's just great atmosphere in the pits. There's pretty much everyone stayed there last night, so it was pretty cool. And just like to thank Liam for helping me out so much, travelling around all over Australia with me. And me two boys helping out all the time. Ange, my wife, she stayed home this weekend, but she's always there supporting me. And then all my family, they always back me all the way.
Certainly a family affair with the Pascoes, but congratulations on your Queensland one. Your winner tonight, Matty Pascoe. And a big congratulations to our full Super Sedan podium for the 2021-2022 Queensland Super Sedan title.
Yes, a wonderful event, Brandon, and a very deserving top 5 there on the podium for Speedway Sedans Queensland. The Queensland title is run and won for another year.